Hey, good Monday afternoon, everyone. Wanted to catch everyone up on the threat for some thunderstorms as we go through the afternoon. I'm recording this about a quarter till 2 p.m. Try to get this online as quickly as possible. The surface map today, pretty easy to pick out the features that we have on the map today, on the playing field, if you will. Low pressure up here across the northern Great Lakes. And then you see this bend in the isobars, the lines of equal pressure. That's where our cold front is, right there. Notice out here in Indiana and into western Ohio, let me zoom in, it's much cooler. It's in the 40s to lower 50s, and then ahead of the front in eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania, we have temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70. No severe thunderstorm watches or warnings are in effect right now. In fact, there doesn't seem to be a risk of a watch being issued anytime in the real short term. That could change, though, before the afternoon is through. We do have severe weather down in the south, ongoing. Tornado watch down here in parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, and into Georgia. Severe thunderstorm watch in much of Florida this afternoon. This cold front's producing some trouble in many, many locations. All right, up here close to home, let's talk about the threats this afternoon. Here's a look at the temperatures right now. As you can see, it's warming up fairly nicely. Then if you throw on the dew points, it is moderately humid, especially for April. In July, this wouldn't be much humidity, but in April, a dew point of 57 here in Youngstown is moderately humid. The air is, of course, drying out to our west. All right, as far as the instability across the region, it's not through the roof, that's for sure. Here's a look at the CAPE values. Convective available potential energy, the energy that's available in the atmosphere for air parcels to keep rising. And when air parcels are allowed to keep rising, the higher they get in the sky, the more precipitation, lightning and thunder, and that sort of thing they can produce. These values are pretty modest this afternoon. Here's a look at the supercell parameter. Takes a lot of things into account, and you can see the supercell parameter is definitely highest down here in the southeast, where you see these kind of blue shades. Not super high up here in parts of the Northeast and the Ohio Valley this afternoon. One thing we also like to look at is what we call wind shear or helicity, the conditions in the atmosphere that can produce rotation in thunderstorms. Definitely a little higher out to our north and to our east this afternoon. The Storm Prediction Center this afternoon does have an enhanced risk in the kind of peach color here from central Pennsylvania down through about north central and northern North Carolina. Closer to the WFMJ viewing area, we are in the what's called the slight risk in the yellow and the marginal risk in the green. These are the lower end chances for severe weather. The conditions are just a little bit better out to our east. So while we certainly cannot rule out severe weather this afternoon, the odds are going to be higher the farther east you go. Any of these storms that try to get going this afternoon could produce some small hail and could produce some decent winds and some thunder and lightning. But right now, I've got the lightning tracker on, and there's almost no lightning, it looks like, across eastern Ohio and western PA, with just some quick downpours, some scattered showers here just before 2 o'clock. Of course, I'm going to keep you updated throughout the afternoon, and we'll have updates on 21 News at 6. And this evening, I'll do a full Weather for Weather Geeks video. We'll take a look at the rest of the week, the upcoming weekend, and the long range in Weather for Weather Geeks this evening. I look forward to seeing you then.